It was a cool November as me and the kids decided to go on a camping trip through the forest. The afternoon slowly turned into a slow dark as nightfall approached rather quickly. We were still about a couple miles away from where we were supposed to set up camp, and that's when we saw it. An old abandoned house looking like nobody had lived there for a couple of years at least. I was hesitant at first to go near, but my curiosity got the better of me, and besides, it was getting dark after all. The wind howled outside as we approached the house by the lake. It loomed before us, its broken windows like empty eyes watching our every move. The kids, Mia and Ethan, were buzzing with excitement, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. "Let's explore!" Mia exclaimed, her voice echoing through the decaying structure. I hesitated but followed them inside, the floorboards creaking beneath our feet. As we ventured deeper, the air grew colder. I caught a glimpse of something moving in the corner of my eye, a shadow flitting past the cracked walls. "Did you see that?" I asked, my voice tight with unease. "See what?" Mia replied, her face alight with curiosity. Before I could answer, I heard a rustling from the back room. "Stay close," I warned, my heart racing as I led them toward the sound. But when we reached the doorway, I felt an icy draft sweep past me, and Mia was gone. "Mia!" I shouted, panic rising in my throat. I spun around, searching the room, but she had vanished. "Dad, where's Mia?" Ethan whimpered, his small voice trembling. "I don't know. Stay here," I barked, my mind racing. I raced down the hallway, calling her name, the old house echoing my desperation. "Mia!" Then, from the darkness, I heard her scream. It pierced through me like ice. I ran toward it, my pulse pounding in my ears. "Mia!" I called again, but only silence answered. Suddenly, the front door slammed shut behind me, and I whirled around to find Ethan standing in the doorway, his eyes wide with terror. "Dad, I can't see her!" "Stay close," I yelled, forcing calm into my voice. But as I turned back, the shadows around us shifted, twisting into shapes that made my skin crawl. I could feel something watching us, lurking just out of sight. I grabbed Ethan's hand and pulled him into a room filled with dust and decay. "We need to find her," I said, but dread settled over me as I realized the air felt heavier, like a presence was closing in. From the darkness, Mia's voice came, soft and distant. "Dad, help me!" It echoed, fading into the shadows. I bolted toward the sound, dragging Ethan behind me. "Mia!" I yelled, but the house seemed to swallow my voice. As I rounded a corner, I saw a flicker of movement, a figure darting through the gloom. "Mia, wait!" But before I could reach her, she turned and was pulled backward, disappearing into the dark. "No!" I screamed, my heart racing as I lunged forward, but only emptiness remained. "Dad!" Ethan cried, his grip on my hand tightening. I turned to him, and in that moment, I felt the coldness envelop me. The shadows shifted, and I realized we were no longer alone. "We need to go!" I shouted, but the house groaned in protest, the walls closing in. As I pulled Ethan toward the door, I heard the whispers, soft, haunting voices echoing through the darkness, one by one. The last thing I saw was Ethan's terrified face as I felt the darkness pulling me away. The house had claimed its victims, and I was next. Then I woke up. There I was in what seemed like a hospital. My wife beside me closing the book she had been reading. As she saw me awake, she leaned in, hugged me tight and asking, "What happened?" "A park ranger found you early in the morning, passed out near the lake with all your stuff scattered around." I couldn't even get my head right, as I still got quite a headache, while I said in a weak voice, "There was a house. It was dark." "Wait, the kids? Where are they?" "Relax," my wife said. "They're right over there, and they are both fine." "What house are you talking about?" "The park ranger told me you three were laying unconscious on the ground." To this day, I couldn't explain what happened back there. We weren't mugged, 'cause all our stuff were just with us. I keep coming back to the spot as best as I can remember, but until now, I couldn't find that abandoned house that we saw. What happened that day? We may never know.